Wow. The leech has returned. Movies of abound. Jesus, so pathetic. Whatever. Whatever. What? I'm a bit rusty. I haven't been doing anything for like a couple of days. It's been a rough week. They're like the past like 7 days. The old leech. Oh yeah, okay, we're seeing some stability. Let me announce we're going live. Don't know what the going on. OBS actually works, which is good because I would have been upset if it was choppy. I mean, I still would have gone through with it. I would have forced it through if it was choppy, but yeah, I got a follow from while I was like out. I got a follow from Yuri Espoir, which I wonder if that's a reference to the manga, which is a good one that you should read. Necromancer XIV. Those 3 hours ago. Really appreciate that. Yeah, we're back with the movies. I'm back, and not really better than ever. I'm like a little worse than ever. I'm still recovering, but I'm like good enough to stream and such. Anyway, though, let me put on the previews for this book domain movie night to let people funnel in, get their snacks, piss, whatever.
Folks, and
I
welcome
haven't watched
back.
Mr. Sausage in a good
I
minute.
guess. Well, we finally dug and dug and dug, and we
I don't
finally
know what
reached the
liquid
bottom of
fart
the
is.
barrel. So we're gonna be doing liquid fart
A bit
sausage,
loud.
renowned for its pranking ability. It's non-toxic, which technically means
Non-toxic.
it's edible. Do not ingest. If
But yeah,
accidentally ingested, drink 2
glad to
glasses of
be
water. So it
back. It was
sounds like I'll be pounding
tooth
some
like
water
infection
after
was really
this,
rough.
and pounding my toilet bowl. Really, how bad
Like
can it be?
7 days have been rough. But it started off with like me just getting like really tired because I was busy doing stuff. I was actually like somewhat
That's
productive, so
oh
that
my
wasn't
god,
too
that's
bad.
a
So I
kid's
missed the stream
mistake. Why? It's
last
it's
week.
it's
Then I
so
went like
much worse
come
than the
back
surströmming. At least with surströmming, you
on
knew
like
what it was. I have no
Tuesday, and then
idea
I
what's
started
in this thing.
feeling just hurt.
At least they didn't make the liquid brown.
I had to
That
get a
was
tooth
gentlemanly
removed.
of them. The smell's not dissipating. The smell's not going away. My
Had to
parents are
recover
coming
for a
over in an
bit.
hour.
I was going through it.
It smells like anywhere in Tennessee. All right,
But
so
yeah, and then
with a
yesterday,
little bit of
Dobius just
salt and
decided,
pepper,
nah,
and to
don't
keep
want to work
things
today.
interesting, we'll also
It was
throw in
fun.
some red pepper flakes. And I don't
Like,
want to be
I
accused
don't
of
like not
going half
streaming
speed on this, so we'll hit it with a few more
because I
drops
like
of,
playing video
liquid
games, especially
fart there.
I was enjoying Deadly Premonition and Final Fantasy IV.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone. Who's today's
But
sponsor?
yeah,
Helix Sleep?
I'm
I'm
feeling
so
better.
sorry. I don't
I'm still having
mind the
some frame
sausage
issues, but I'm just gonna take
sometimes.
it.
The
Movie night
images
will
it
happen no matter what.
shows. I can smell fart spray on my lips and smell it in my clothes. By the
Stream will
way,
probably
the
only be
added
like a little bit
sausage
worse
brought
quality than
its
the
image
films we'll
into the
actually be
wood
watching.
cover here. I think I'm gonna move out into the woods and have a long think about the decisions that got me to this point. All right,
I wonder how this is gonna
hopefully
taste.
it being in the canister
I
will
wonder
help
what
cover up some of the
is like
smell.
put in liquid fart. Like, what's the ingredients?
Oh, well, thank God for the no fart spray water. That's a bit of luck. In 3, 2, 1, let's sausage. Oh God, it looks like a sausage and
Yeah,
smells like a turd. We've
these
come
movies
full
because
circle.
they just seem to
Oh, the
interest me.
perfect
We did like a lot of
medication
like
kid. I
horror
didn't.
films,
Oh God, I can't even
of
get the words
public
out. This
domain
should have been
variety, like
putting the
from the
Christmas
50s,
tree up
60s, and
instead of
such.
doing this.
I'm
And
gonna go back
Mrs.
into the
Sausage is
20s.
here.
I
She
think
just
old
refuses to come out. And for
sci-fi
the
films are
first
pretty
time, I
interesting.
can't really blame her. With
Before the
special
Soviet
thanks
Union
to
ever
today's
sent Sputnik
Mopboxalo
into
box
space, or
artist,
Yuri Gagarin into
this
space, or
guy.
sent
Yeah, but look at that arm. You
that
see those
probe onto
veins? You
Venus
would think that's the
to,
arm of
to
someone
take
who's
pictures
not
of it.
about to eat a liquid fart
We're still
sausage, but
imagining what it would like to
you'd
be
be
in
wrong.
space.
This
Hello,
blowpo is
Sophie.
brought to you by Helix Sleep. I'm so sorry, Helix. So will it blow?
Also, I didn't get a chance to comment on it. I saw a lot of
I
people
gotta get this out of here
with
and like
me and
burn it.
their
We
Twitch
got a
like
little bit of Mark and
wrapped or
we
year
got
in
a little
review or
bit of a
whatever.
speech bubble. So I'm
Was
gonna have to give that
a
will
good
it
chunk of
blow.
hours
One
watched on me,
Mark
which I appreciate
Ruffalo's.
very
Get me out of this
much.
basement. It's like entrapping the smell. All right, I'm about to make a
Very nice
pretty
to see you, Sophie.
devastating core memory here. Okay, here we go.
I think Mr. Sausage is doing
Mother of
all right.
mercy! Show me your mercy! I gotta turn the fan on. Why didn't I cook it outside? I had the charcoal
20%
to
drop
do it.
frames,
All
so
right, it's
whatever.
time to call in the backup. It is not helping. I don't know. It kind of smells like a hot tub full of brown water and also
I
maple
don't know why
pumpkin.
it gets like
I
so
don't think I'm
streaky
coming out of
sometimes.
this the
Sometimes
same
I'm
man
like
I went
having
in
weeks
at.
of perfect frames,
Mrs.
and then
Sausage
it's like
is
weeks
so
of
mad. I
having
just
issues
left
every
the
day,
house
but
without
whatever.
saying a word to me. It's 30 degrees outside, but we gotta
I mean,
open
these
up
are all
some
on
of these
YouTube, I guess, if you
windows.
want to
I
watch it
think
on
I've
your
burned my
own time
nostrils
as
out.
well.
I don't think I. Oh
Public
my
domain.
God! Let's open it up. See how we
Beautiful.
did. Oh, I got it out too. Oh, it's
Oh, that
still a
looks
little
raw.
raw. I don't care. It's not going back in the pan. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna I'm gonna chew it up and spit it out. Sausage lords, would it kill you to pick a good sausage for once? They're so emotionally scarring. Okay, here we go.
You know, he didn't know that there was fart spray in it. It doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, it's not
Seems like
bad.
it tastes awful.
It pretty much tastes like how it smells. It's got a very chemically taste and a farty taste. Actually, not the worst thing I've eaten. My body's
I don't know what
immediate
fart tastes
reaction was
like. It's
to
not something
spit
you
it
normally
out. Just give
taste.
me a little bit more help,
Something you
Poopery.
smell.
My
I guess
God,
smell and
I
taste are
mean,
very close to
my
each
God,
other,
I'm gonna have to like quadruple bag this when I throw it in the
which
garbage.
is
You
why I feel like you
open it
can't
up and
smell
get the
anything, you
liquid
can't
fart
taste
sausage.
anything.
A 0 out of 5.
Damn, who would have thought? 0 out of 5. How disappointing.
Bop, 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 bop.
Okay, that's a prease. If you're here, you're here. If you're not, you're gonna miss part of the movie. I hope you get your snacks and everything ready. We're gonna take a trip to Mars, or skip it. It is in Danish. 1918. Still full screen. Ah. Let's see what's going on here. Photoplay in 6 parts. Yeah, well, it's nothing to know. Like, we didn't have like a fully established term of movies, huh? Photoplay. I had 2 old sci-fi flicks about going to Mars on my watch list. Strong thematic through line. Need subtitles, or they're already automatically in? Ah, well. Dubious. These are the ones on the video just in case to make sure they're clear. The quality on the interstitials don't look that good. Looking Professor Dubious. That's a totally normal, fine name, not suspicious at all. Maybe it means something else in Danish. Dane. big old fancy science telescope. See the stars and planets. We'll even call space the final frontier in a couple decades. Close with my water. Not Christopher Columbus. Boo! Fuck that guy. Planes weren't around for too long in 1918, huh? Planes like officially invented. The early 1910s, or was it like the late 1900s? Yeah, that's kind of funny. Like planes are barely invented, and people are like, "Let's go one step further." In my movie, let's go into space with these things. Weird when you think about it. There's like movies that were coming out before we had planes to fly. Can't take that name seriously. Mars is a bit of an overrated planet. More attention than it deserves. Way cooler. planets and moons out there in the solar system. It's a lot of words. I find it interesting about like space stuff. We can only imagine going to space for a long ass time. I think there's like some old Roman or Greek text where some guys like writing stories where he was like going on to other planets and shit. It's been like an ancient dream of ours for like forever. No, we did it. Some of us doing it better than others. So you really won the space race. And then we kind of stopped doing it, but I get the point. It's not really, just saying you did it is kind of like not that useful. We still send people into space. It's just like not really the U.S. It's not like international. It's mostly private companies look at it. And society. You would risk your life to go to Mars. I wouldn't. I saw what was that movie? The Martian? I saw that movie. That sounds fucking scary. I didn't really watch that movie. I liked it when I watched it, but obviously I watched some more movies and my opinions have changed. I'm not sure what I think of it in the present day. I've been making going to Mars for like a century basically at this point. Precedent. David Dane. It feels like I don't know, it's like John Denmark or something. Like, how can you spell Dane as a last name in Denmark? The demonym or whatever for the people. What was the knowledge of Mars back then? Compared to like today, what we knew and didn't know. Kilometers per hour. How fast is that compared to a real spaceship? That's pretty quick, at least it seems to me. I wonder how fast a real rocket goes. Excelsior. Living in a madhouse. Damn, you got him. That's what the symbol for Mars looked like. Why'd you post that? It's like, oh yeah, the symbol for Mars. Reminds me of that one post where it's like, the artist will draw a girl and then put a symbol of Mars next to her to represent she's a warrior. Oh shit, it's Professor Dubious. World War One end. It was like already over by now. 1918, right? Well, it still would have taken some like time to film. Not sure what the turnaround would have been. Filming when the war was going on? I'm sure what Denmark was doing in that war. Maybe they just weren't involved and they're like, okay, well everyone else is fighting, we can just make movies. Man, idiots. Getting shot in trenches. I was just talking about. Glad I came back on a movie night. I'm realizing I'm still like pretty like low energy and really 100%. Still feeling a little bit of lingering pain. I should just like sit and let the movie do the carrying. You go, it's just like a big fat plane. Great design. They're using something that can actually fly distances. An trip to the moon, they just used a big old gun and bullet to launch themselves to the moon. It's pretty funny. To Venus. They're not taking a trip there. Pour it up. Fuck you in your letter. See, going to Venus would be cooler. I know it's a lot harder because it's acidic and it'll kill you with pressures and acids, but that's what makes it cool to do. There it goes, a cloud. I like the ship. Pretty neat. These aerial shots. They actually go up in a real plane and do those. So that's cool. I'm such a hater. So jealous. Looks more like a submarine to me. I'm not sure when we implemented them. I know we had some rudimentary ones in like the 1800s, so I'm not sure when they reached their modern form either. Whoa, Zabrata. How's it going? On the movie night. I'm back after going through it. Going to Mars. Called the trip to Mars, and that's where we're going. Built a big fat plane to go fly there. know, it's not a sail ship, it's a big airplane. What if it's just like a giant metal hull and they put some like airplane wings on it? This is 1918. They're doing like 1910s airplane tech to get their asses over there. I wonder how they're handling oxygen. He's chugging it. Europeans love chugging alcohol. They all do it from birth till death. You can actually drink if anyone's flying out. You can actually drink if you're like an astronaut. You bring some booze onto the space shuttle or the rocket. So they're gonna tell you to knock that shit off. Excuse me, that's not good. That would be really fun to get drunk in space, I bet. I got a picture of Christopher Columbus hanging up and was like talking about like a hero. So I guess they're like just kind of just making this movie like that where they want to go to some cool place and it's taking them forever and everyone's like starting to doubt them and be like, oh, this fucking stuff we haven't seen. Shit. You just don't want drunk people on sensitive equipment. Wow. Space nerds shouldn't be so boring. Let them have a little bit of fun. This is why space travel's in the fucking gutter right now. Nobody has any fun. Room that locks from the outside. They should have like a fun room where it's like there's nothing you can break here. It's completely indestructible. We tested it. Just gotta have fun and like do whatever. Fuck around in space. There should be a playroom. You don't get that opportunity to fuck around in space like very often. It's a very select few people who get that chance. was it, Michael Collins or whatever, he got it. He was fucking around while going to space. I don't know, isn't it supposed to be like every reaction has an equal and opposite reaction or whatever, so he'd like stay still? I don't know. Maybe it's different in space. It'd be funny as hell, you could just propel yourself to space with the... Oh no, Mars is inhabited. Well, let's hope nothing bad happens when Europeans go to an inhabited area again. Martians gotta like just kill them immediately. They cannot give them the benefit of the doubt. God, here they come. That's a normal reaction if you're just seeing someone coming on spaceship. Jeez. Gotta get in the group prayer session before you land on Mars. They're big, giant space plane. They look so scary to the Martians when they come out like that. The Martian Woodstock? Yeah, I don't know. It looked like it, yeah, like they're having some sort of like festival there. That's not, you cannot breathe on Mars. There is no atmosphere there. Space, every action having an equal opposite reaction would mean you'd push yourself back with half the force used to push something else. So what would that mean if you puked in space? Without Earth, I guess. And you see where it's like it's a zero-G situation. Hello, Perry. Nice to see you for this movie night. Gears must be menacing oxygen. It's good that they didn't lead with that, because Martians definitely would have gotten their like big staffs and beaten them to death. Because these guys are fucking scary. Kill them now. Actually, that would have been funny. They should have done that. I see him get beaten by Martians. Aliens love long white robes. We can understand everything they say. They invented a universal language. Speaking fucking Esperanto or something. Oh, a little Earth. This masterpiece with an ad. Fucked up Twitch. How dare you put ads in my Martian exploration film? Like onks on their outfits. You can say X amount of energy on Earth. Go away from your sun. You could travel away from your sun. That's 2 a minute. I'm not much of a physics student, so I didn't go into the sciences. Divided by 2 minutes. Oh, what are they eating on Mars? Oh, they eat fruit. Oh, it seems pretty smart to me. I believe it. Anyway, they're gonna introduce the Martians to a good time. Getting drunk and eating canned food. I've been eating canned soup because I got like too freaked out, so I couldn't eat like too many foods. I fucking hate canned soup. So light and like not very filling. I'm glad I could finally eat stuff that's like somewhat solid again. Yeah, they're just like little quirky humans. They wear little funny outfits, and they don't drink or eat canned food. Hear that? Oh no, they introduced them to meat. But imagine if they just think like these guys are fucked up. They kill things to get meat. We gotta kill them now. We gotta beat them with our sticks. Oh, what's that? Oh, they introduced guns. Kill them. This bird just said, "Hey, you wanna know where we get meat?" Boom. Fucked up. What if that was like an endangered species on this planet? Oh yeah, they fucking messed up big time. It's a house of judgment. let's throw a grenade. Really escalated the situation to make it worse. It's funny, like, they're all armed because they're, like, thinking, oh, we probably should have weapons because it's dangerous. No, having guns actually made the situation actually dangerous for you. You guys are pretty chill to kill people and animals. Oh, should have just brought more guns. A flamingo. Maybe. I don't know. It's not. I didn't get like a clear view of it. I thought it was just a chicken or something. Someone like a dead chicken someone threw onto the shot or something. Turkey stock I've been making. Almost ready to chill and then freeze. Nice. Using the turkey stock for, like, want to have it around for the future. Look at a self-guided study, but for sinning. I would totally just like lie and be like, oh, I learned the error of my ways for killing people. It was really fucked up with me. Can I go now? Glad you're not wasting it. Very efficient of you. It's also leather. Who the European guys? Yeah, that might piss them off a bit. I don't know what that. It probably is leather. I'm not sure what else you can make clothes out of that look like that. It's funny how the Martians just developed pretty much exactly like humans, but they got a little bit ahead and became like a utopic, peaceful paradise. I guess that's like the Middle Ages and then decided to stop doing that shit. This looks sad. I think they have like telescopes, so they're pretty advanced too. I guess I can understand why this is coming about as it is. It was post World War One. A lot of sentiments that like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have more war considering how brutal, destructive, and deadly it is. Very of its era. Yeah, I guess I kind of agree. I don't like war very much either. we're far off from like not needing to have like any means to fight. We're not living in like 1918 Mars utopia here. It's interesting for the film to be like, also we kind of treat prisoners and people who break the law like shit too, don't we? We should like actually try to like reform people and not like just lock them up in a cold room. They got through their issues like pretty quick. They killed someone and then they went to the Temple of Judgment or whatever. Now they're back and just chilling. Or far away from pacifism can be practical. There's many fights to still be had to get to that kind of world. Whoa. Something awesome. Not all of us have a guy in a robe to tell us, hey, stop killing each other. Let's go be pacifists. Chastity. Hanson. Perry loves war and violence. Warhawk Perry. Invests all its money in like Raytheon and Lockheed Martin. Fucked up. There's definitely a bit of like oh, this place looks so pure and innocent, chaste or whatever. It's a bit like kind of like Christian coded. Planet is completely different. To be honest, if they said a chastity dance, I'd be like, wow, I love pastors and all, but I gotta go back. I'm thinking, I'm late. I left the oven on. I gotta go back to Earth. I want to be fucking chased. I'm not fucking my utopia. That kind of chastity. The other kind. Or they do it for sexual reasons as well. Oop. Tree of Longing. The tree doesn't look that long to me. did leave some like family behind. I was wondering what the hell's going on. I'm like cut for somebody on like an entirely other planet. Definitely not a set. Yeah, this totally is a real mansion, not a set at all. With like 4 walls here. Dubious. Yeah, I didn't see his name. It's an amazing name for a scientist. Like so suspicious. It immediately make you doubt him. Like a guy primed to pull off like scientific fraud, fake discovering an element or fake making tiny supercomputer chip thingies or whatever that one guy did. Transistors or something. I don't know. This Dr. Sketchy. Oh no, they just call me Dr. Sketchy because I like to do sketches on my projects. No other reason. Next year, Dr. Sketchy arrested for scientific fraud. This is a pretty nice like scene here. Their malpractice. My name is Dr. Practice. Dr. Practice. Their boobs. Tell the suit. Just touching her hair. What would be the funniest way to have your doctorate like revoked? Maybe doctor revoked, given all those years and money into like the top of your field and you blow it because you're like dumb or an asshole or something. I feel like I'd be very scared to not fuck up if I got a doctorate. So the guy's called Professor Planet. Yeah, great naming. Yeah, it's real nominative, like determinism. Doing the medical field changes. Wonder, are they planning on how to get back from Mars, or was this like a one-way trip? Imagine they have to know how to get back. The names in this movie. I guess they wanted like a constellation name so they could do that bit there. I think like, what's a name a woman can have that's like an awesome name of a constellation? So we need to do this like, whole scene here. The first thing I think of is obviously the virus, but like the Spanish flu that would have been going around this time. Not actually Spanish. It just seems like someone like, I feel like Professor Planet's her dad, so probably did name her that intentionally because he's a space nerd. Maybe it would be a sick name. You're right. I feel like cancer isn't a very good name just because of the connotations, the associations. That's one you can't really use. I think the rest are fairly fair game. You shouldn't call yourself Big Dipper unless it's like a nickname. You have to go by Crab then. There are people who go by Crab. Yeah, I'm sure one person can convince the world to be pacifist. I'm sure it'll go well. No more wars will ever occur. Oh, fuck, they called World War One the war to end all wars. Could not have been more wrong. There are lots and lots of more wars. But the response that'll happen is like, these people like peace. Kill them. Sure, there's never gonna be a second World War. That'll never happen. Literally impossible. A lot of steps involved in dying here. Hold on. Food ready. We're gonna go to a quick intermission. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna go a little brief intermission. One moment. Alright, I'm back. What? Okay, have some soup. Let's finish off this movie. See what the hell is going on in Mars. Or I guess we'll see what happens when they return to Earth and see if people are accepting of the message of peace and love and hope and whatever. Yeah, I'm just like thinking about it. Imagine if, like if when you're like sending people to space, someone just like came back with a whole nother person, and like a crew of people up, and they're like, "Hey, we're back." I was like, who's the other person? We didn't send like that many people. So a bit odd. Professor Dubious. What are you mixing there? No, that's Planet Guy, right? Professor Planet. I don't know. Damn, that guy fucking went tumbling. Gravity just did that. Yeah, I guess nature hates him being a dick. Meanwhile, nature loves them because they're nice and they know the ways of peace. Nature can tell if you're ontologically evil or good. Is 1080p the only resolution? So, we have a whole option of resolutions. I mean, like on Twitch or something. In that case, I wouldn't know. Maybe I could have turned up the resolution the whole time. I don't know. I'm not sure how much it would affect a movie in the, kind of worn film stock like this. What? Yeah, I don't know then. I don't honestly know most of the time what Twitch is doing with Twitch. Wow, what the hell? Get the fucking things off the screen. I want to see what they're saying. Hey, I forgot that's the end in Danish. So it's the salute of the film. The end. That was interesting, I would say. I think like what was said before, there's really nice shots in there. Nice it has such aspirant goals towards like world peace and such. At a time that is intimately familiar with the horrors of war. Too bad the people who worked on this film, you're not getting out of the woods yet in terms of war. Sucks to say, but that's going to happen. I know the history of the world up to the present. I guess switch over to intermission. You can chill, piss, take a break, go for like a walk, stretch your legs, get a snack or something. Wow. I will do a short review of it and get the next film ready to go. Also, hopefully the frames recover because they've been doing shit for a minute. I don't know what the hell is going on with either my internet or OBS lately. Real shitty. Pretend to be like fly to Mars to get married. I'm sure a lot of people would like to marry an alien chick. I mean, hell, that's basically what like a good chunk of the original Star Trek was about. I think are getting with alien women. Usually they look a little bit different. Usually by just having their skin painted like blue or green or something to show that they're aliens. Anyway, hopefully a certain rich social media owner will get us to Mars so we can marry all the Martian women we want and learn about world peace. That's totally gonna happen. Oh, actually, just flipped into my head. You know what kind of reminds me of, but not as bad. It kind of reminds me of Avatar a bit. You know, you got like humans going to another planet and seeing these like peaceful, very in tune with nature people and such. They don't become blue aliens themselves, but it reminds me of that. But nowhere near as bad. I like watch it for a class, and oh, that movie's fucking boring. I do not like Avatar very much. It's extreme, just mock shoe film. I was, I usually never do this, but I was like 2xing to get through it faster. They're making like a billion of those movies now. They're all making $1 billion. Fucking sucks. Because I know James Cameron can do better. He made the Terminator. I was just making Avatar. There you go. 3 stars. I enjoyed it. Me, what's the other movie? Leah, Queen of Mars. Hmm. still dropping a ton of frames. Use like English interstitials. Yeah, okay, it's English, so I can read it. Okay, animation over. Actually, let me kick off my jacket real quick. I'm kind of like really hot right now. Way too warm. Got a big like nice warm soup as well. Yeah, Hylia, Queen of Mars, moved into 1924 and into the Soviet Union. Where our comrades thought what Mars would be like in the 1920s. I mean, what's the Tolstoy novel? And to think like 20 to 30 years later, they'd actually get into space with their little Sputnik satellite. Not too far off in the grand scheme of things. And they're receiving all the radio signals. It is very precise, huh? We've gotten like radio signals or whatever from like other parts in space. It ended up just like not being actual aliens. It was just like, I don't know, space stuff happening. Love her, I got electrocuted. Style. All the rage back in the Soviet Union. This little floppy little crown or headgear. The silly costumes. Like, yeah, this is how you dress if you're like an alien, right? Just wearing a bunch of like plastic on them. Oh shit, we're getting a raid. Hello, Raiders. Hello, Allie. You're playing Resident Evil, right? How's that? How'd that go? Yeah, we're watching Aelita, Queen of Mars. A lot of Mars stuff today. Hello, hello. Appreciate the raid. Used to a normal Resident Evil adventure. You mod Miku into Resident Evil? That's great. Why dropping so many frames? You know what? Let's just deal with it. Even if the stream looks like ass, I'm not canceling movie night. Who cares? Let me just find everything again. If we're not at 90%, I guess it's slightly better. History, history, history. I'm gonna get through this movie. We're gonna get through movie night. I want to fucking stream and watch movies. I'm back, I'm back, I'm back. Refresh, do all that stuff. I'm back on the big screen, or I guess like the medium screen, or the small screen, depending on where you're watching. You should watch me in your home theater. You should build a home theater and watch me there. Yeah, I'm back. Still dropping like 40% of frames, but you know what? Good enough. I'll take it. I'm just gonna tank it and go through. I'm not canceling a movie night. I don't want to have to do this again because I said the 6th, and it's gonna be the damn 6th. Technical issues be damned. I mean, it's not technical for me. It's mostly just bad for all of you. Quality sucks. I can watch the movie clear as day. I mean, someone said someone's like helmet looked like an upside down COVID face shield, and that is true. It does look like that. Maybe they just put a bunch of plastic on that one guy and they're like, that's like alien enough. I don't know when plastics were invented. Maybe it was like pretty new and fresh and like, damn, we just invented plastic. That's like sci-fi tech right there. Well, you wouldn't know the problems we get into with plastic. Well, again, I guess you can like watch it on your own if you want it to not be as slideshowy. It is just on YouTube. Dilita, Queen of Mars, or something like that, 1924. If you don't want to be in the slideshow world. I'm in like, how many minutes in am I? 6:52. About to be 7 minutes. If you'd like. You can like sync up with me relatively. I have to splice this together too, which is annoying. But whatever. And robots. Yeah, we back. He said it's slightly better. We're only dropping 50% of frames instead of 90, so I'll take that as a win. So we back. Perhaps if it looks very choppy and slideshowy, maybe go on YouTube and try to sync up the times and watch it yourself. In addition to me, like this far in, not very, 8 minutes now. Ew, to be kissing, gross. Well, you're gonna have to invent like rocket fuel. Rocket fuel made out of. I've got no clue. I'm not a rocket scientist. Just jamming out and talking. It was in 1921, which is only like a couple years removed from the revolution. That's insane to decide, yeah, now's the time to work on a spaceship. If matters more at hand that you need to focus on first. But I mean, I'm sure they got their priorities straight. wonder if anyone's gonna get with any Martian women this time. That's just the common thematic through line of like all sci-fi that people desperately want to get with an alien woman from another planet. The great unifying dream of humanity. I want to do with an alien woman. I think it depends. If she's just a human in a funny costume, like no, it's just like just kind of boring. It's like okay, well yeah, you like Mars, but like you look like anyone really. Mm-hmm. You need to have like a little bit like crunglier features for me to start being interested. It probably wouldn't even need to be like so heavy. It could still be like pretty much humanoid, and I'd be like, yeah, sure, why not? Just like some bumps or ridges or the technicolor skin tone. It's unfamiliar on Earth. Maybe like spots or some like reptilian or fish bird features or whatever. Probably wouldn't need too much, but like it can't just be like straight up just a person. Like a human being. It would be kind of disappointing to have the sauce yet though. Total Recall introduced humanity through to the aliens. Sure, like, yeah, probably not back then. No. It's the first sexy alien who didn't look like just a regular person. We need to find that out. We need to look through the chronology of like media. When did somebody say, what if there was a human woman but she looked kind of like slightly different and alien to us, like horns or something, or like a fin on her? I mean, it's probably actually like older. I mean, like specifically like outer space type thing. What was it? We did an Alien Total Recall. Should rewatch that movie as well. Good movie. It's another Mars-related movie. We really like Mars, huh? You should. I recommend it at the very least. I'll have a great time. And plus, there's three-titted aliens. Colin Farrell. So true. This guy looks so moody and sad. should watch the remake of Total Recall to see how bad it is, so I can insult it and make fun of it. It really does like remaking movies that are good and making them bad. Still maintain remakes should be of things that are bad or mediocre that had potential that you could make good, and not things that's already good. You should just air that back in theaters again, or run it back in theaters or whatever. It's pretty good. It's not going to stop being good just because it's old. But something won't become good if it's old and it was bad at first either. Sometimes it works, but the hit rate is pretty low. You usually need to give it to an actual good director and actors and crew. And they just give it to like some whatever director who isn't that good, and four actors weren't that good either. Mr. Pavlov, is that the Pavlov? Like the guy who's like messing around with dogs and bells? Or is that just a coincidence? You know, like pausing down, pointing, just like, oh, they referenced fucking Pavlov. Whoa! What Oppenheimer did with like JFK and Albert Einstein, and treat them like Marvel characters. Like talking about, shit's my favorite historical figure on the big screen, crossing over with my favorite nuke inventor. Or that one movie that like had Hitler as like the end credit like surprise character for the sequel or whatever. Or the Kingdom movies. Movies are so ridiculous. Like I'm just digging right into the chocolate. I don't force into grabbing it. Really wants to have a bite of it. Okay, the chocolate's pretty good. Some chocolate now. I think I have some around the place. I have a bunch of candy. I could probably eat like whenever. If you're gonna eat candy, how long until after you get like your tooth removed that you can eat candy? I don't want to have some. Chocolates, candies. You know those like calendars you have where you like open it up like for every day of December, whatever, to get a full treat. Really? We got one of those like for Scarface, but with like cat treats. This is a cute idea, although I don't think he likes them that much. He like ate them one day and he's been like on it ever since. It's a cute idea at least. Yeah, yeah, we got an advent calendar, but for the cat. Grimace. Yeah, I imagine most pets do like not give a shit about our holidays. All they care is like if they do get like pets and treats and playtime and love. Like, I don't know what's with all the decorations and all this shit they're doing. So I like having a cat so I can just do cute, silly things with them, even if they're kind of pointless. I think there's some people out there who try to like instill religion on their pet. And someone be like, I need my dog to be a Christian and believe in God. I don't smoke or hang around smokers, but I think it'd be kind of cool to be like the person who's got like something lit up that other people use to light up their own like pipes and cigarettes. Those glasses, they are pretty slick. Yeah, I wouldn't even. It look really cool in those. I wouldn't even like smoke myself. I just about need a light. Maybe, oh yeah, thanks. We do like the whole thing where they press the cigarettes together. Star 6 shades. Yeah, they give out like a space signal. I'm looking so much on like stuff. Yes, I was like, man, there's Mars stuff happening too, isn't there? I think a lot of there's quite a few guys in 1920s who look kind of like Germa, like actors. Germa like is just like kind of genre of guy at this point. The architecture there, Martian, I don't know, palace or I don't know what type of building this is. Yeah, we kind of were like not focused on this for a good minute. It just became like more about like missing sugar and those two's like deteriorated the relationship for a minute. But yeah, at least I appreciate them trying to make Mars look a little bit more different and feel a bit more different. Yeah, the place was just like a grassy field that looked like Earth, and then a little like temple complex. It was just like outside. People in cold storage. Yeah, if that's just like taking notes right now. It's like, it's a good idea, that's a good idea. Write that down, write that down. We'll deal with labor shortages in the future by freezing half my workforce today and then bringing them back in like 100 years or so. They have barrel skirts. That's how it is on Mars. They wear barrel skirts. Like fish. You kind of look like back in back in the day when you were like broke during the depression. You had no money. You just like wear a barrel with some like straps on it, kind of deal. Look at his car keys. Dad's gonna be so pissed when he finds out he stole his keys to sneak out into the tower. Like, got little labor sickles. Really taste that hard work at every lick. Taste the value of their labor. It's your planetov or whatever. Contraption. Just build a big old like slide to Mars. You can just like ride down and go wee. Get over there and go fuck the Martian Queen. Wow. Yeah, that shit was like the smoke was coming off so fast. The world's fastest burning cigarette. A 1 minute cig. Like another innovation, like a particularly like cruel capitalist would do. It's like, oh, you want a smoke break? Here's the fastest smoking cigarette in the world. Here's your break. You like smoke in like 10 seconds. You're like, oh. You can also do speed smoking. You can chain smoke faster than ever. You know, good and bad. You know, I'm glad I don't live in the era where like everyone was smoking. This means it would have been real annoying. Just asthmatic. Just deal with secondhand smoke everywhere. People read that like the sign. I guess just like I don't know. Or he's kind of like cursive letter. That paper was so bright. Yeah, they had really bright lit up papers in Russia for some reason. I think it's just because of the lighting. The glowing paper there. Based on all the trees, they're so bright and illuminated. No, I'm gonna miss out on all these babies, toddlers. many babies do they have for this movie? Where they find them all? Go like a local orphanage or something and be like, hey, or like maybe doctors or like a hospital and be like, hey, where's all like the children and babies you have for this scene we need? I'm not gonna organize that. Maybe just like put out like a post, be like, hey, if you got like a kid, bring them over. We're gonna put them in a movie. Your kid to work day. It's like, oh, a lot of actors have kids. Let's just toss them in the movie. It's kind of like interesting how like some of the, you're back. He missed the babies, and he read a letter from his friend who left Russia. He couldn't give up his old lifestyle. It's interesting when you see like babies in old films. It's like that kid could possibly live until like pretty recently if they like lived the maximum life that they could. I'm still getting further and further away from that point, but probably still like some baby in a film somewhere who maybe lived to being in the present from like back in the day. Probably sooner and sooner getting close to the point where there's like nobody from this era who would ever be alive. I don't feel like the oldest person is alive today. We may already be past anyone being alive from the 20s. I think there's like some people are like 110 or something, by someone who's still alive back then. Oh shit. That's the fucking revolver. Damn. Killer? That's fucked up. That was like fair game. He was being a dick to her like all movie. You can't like go and be like, you cheated on me, I'll kill you when you were being like so fucking like, shitty. Game sucks. He's a scientist, right? He's not a shooter. It's a complete overreaction for something that is your fault. They really ditched her to go do some work somewhere else without even telling her you're upset. Like, cause the issue, you cause your own downfall. just missed and she fainted. No, she like fell over like limp, like she died. Probably like a prop gun, but they didn't want to actually like hit her with it just in case. I just like aimed like around her without actually hitting her. And she just had like a real gun. They like didn't even have a prop gun. They're like, hey, I have a real gun, but you don't fucking actually shoot her, miss her. Like, don't get closer. She'll fall over limp and dead for you. Can't get a prop gun, so we just got like a real one. You know, prop guns can be pretty dangerous too. I shouldn't shoot those at people either. If we learn from a trip to Mars, guns are bad. My aim is very bad. That'd be fucked up to do to someone. Give them like a real gun and have them like leave just like a prop gun and then tell them to go on with the stunt they're shooting and they just like actually shoot somebody. Like, what the fuck? It's like, yeah, I just want to fuck with you. I killed somebody. Yep. Why? Why would you make me shoot them? Funny. Me if I was like the most irresponsible criminal director. There's like a real gun to film a scene in a movie and like spin the barrel. It's a revolver. Put like 5 blanks in one like real bullet. Let fate decide whether this becomes a tragic accident on set or not. You know, cutscene starts with a little piano flourish. Recognized from Deadly Premonition as the item pickup sound effects. Feeling cool. Send me the cutscene. I want to check that out later and see if that's from Deadly Premonition. If it sounds familiar. I'd be curious to see if they use the same sound. Dog. That was just like chilling, I guess. What a good movie, Dog. Oh, we're finally getting over to Mars. Yay! Wonder how was their plane to get to Mars? Last movie they just made a big old plane. Wonder when did we like seriously start trying to get into space? When people decide like, okay, we really want to like get into space, we're gonna put like real effort into it. We think we got this, so we just give us some like years and research and time. There must have been like one insane day when like when Sputnik went into space. It's like a holy shit moment. Like 30 years in survival World War II. And unfortunately, in the Soviet Union, the surviving World War II is going to be pretty tough. There's all the millions of people who died. Nah, they'll be fine. Yeah, I wonder, like, from these, like, 20s movies and 30s movie films, or how many people just, like, died in World War II. I'm sure, like, some were still, like, in relative safety, like, in Moscow or whatever, producing, like, films still. Probably a lot of people were just, like, sent to the front or just got, like, killed. Yeah, probably would have been fighting, huh? Even if you weren't fighting, there's still a good chance you just would have gotten killed if the Nazis like, got close enough to where you were living. They got like pretty deep there, like right on the edge of Moscow. Wait, sent me this stuff? Sweet, I'll check that out after the film. Thank you, Allie. Yeah, I guess you had to hope either you were, you know, further in Asia or you were able to retreat in time. Flying, flying. Finally going into space, hell yeah. It took forever to get into space. How far are we in the movie? I think we're like most of the way through and they just launched it. An hour. He was in disguise the whole time. It's the movie. Yeah, the movie's like pacing is not great. Like we focus on one plot for a bit, then the other, and then the other, and then yeah, we'll finally actually get into space and get oh, he's very smug in that fucking last frame. Yeah, they didn't really know too much about like sci-fi. This is very early days. Everyone's under arrest. Can't arrest me if I'm at Mars. The genius play to get out of being arrested. Maybe that's why like rich people want to go to space. No one can ever get them for their crimes, even though no one already gets them anyway. These Martians aren't as friendly. Imagine if these are like the same Martians from the last movie. They just got like really warlike and assholey after like 60 years. There's little rats there. That's cute. It was the first one. Yeah, we were watching A Trip to Mars. Yeah, you were streaming then. It's like a Danish film, 1918. They build a big airplane. Oh, damn it! I'm trying to explain the plot of the last movie. I'll do it when you get back. Get stabbed. There's murder in this one. Yeah, Queen. Queen really wants to fuck someone's murder. And back. Okay. Here's what happens in the first movie, A Trip to Mars. So, Danish film, 1918. Some guys, Dr. Dubious and Professor Planet, they want to build a big flying plane. Also, like some dude who's a military pilot or whatever. They want to build a big plane to go into space and Mars. It'd be cool. They do that. It takes them a minute. They're like, "Are we sure we're actually gonna get to Mars?" The crew almost mutinies. Then they make it to Mars and they're cool. And when they go to Mars, they realize everyone there's a pacifist. They don't eat like meat. They don't like war. They get into a bit of trouble because they just to show like how they get meat. He just shoots a bird. One of the guys shoots a bird. Someone throws a grenade and kills a guy. And then yeah, then they have to atone for their sins, which actually isn't that bad. They just have to like go reckon with their violence and stuff. They don't like lock you up in prison and torture you like in real life. And they learn the values of pacifism. And one of the guys on the crew gets with a Martian girl. And then they go back to spread the values, the seed of love and pacifism. It's kind of funny to me. Just like go to a king of some Martian planet and just like touch him on the leg and be like, "Hey, Gamash, how's it going?" Casual. She won't completely limp to get carried. They're gonna have space sex or Mars sex or whatever. What you mean with like the I don't know what to call those. It's like the bit on the umbrella that like lets it extend out or whatever, but like just on her pant legs. It's just alien fashion. You just gotta add extra bits and baubles to your clothes. Maybe wear a bit more revealing outfits. And say you dress like an alien. I wonder how they like came up with some of the costumes. They just like grab whatever they have around here and just stick it on and be like, yeah, that's weird from another world. Well, like races for Spider's dress. But they look cool. Kidding, what is this Earth costume you're talking about? Also, a communist revolution on Mars. Hell yeah. Like, they smoke this crack, the Martians will never get me. Revolutionary cocaine. Hammer and sickle, hog. Soviet Socialist Republics of Mars. Communist Queen. It was a pretty cool sequence, yeah. I do wish like we went into space earlier and focused more on the whole like oppression of the Martian working class and the Martian proletariat. We did a whole like thing about them raising their consciousness against their bourgeoisie masters. That would have been cooler. And then it led to all this. Man, I can't believe you couldn't trust the monarch. I think I can get sent an ad by accident. That's kind of funny. Their communication's just an advertisement. I guess it was all, yeah, just like a dream. We did miss after all. Wasn't They weren't just doing it to be safe. He actually did fluff the shots. Casket then. I think that was part of his like dream sequence. I guess he was just like dreaming like the potential future. He like disguises himself as another guy. She gets buried. He goes to space. Starts a revolution. The revolution gets betrayed. I guess so. Yeah, it was all just a dream. You not get to have sex with Martian Queen. Space communism isn't real. I'm sorry. Or the proletariat of Mars will never get freedom. Don't forgive him. Oh, you know how it is. Sometimes when you love abandons you, ignores you, gets intensely jealous of anytime you talk to another guy, shoots at you. Then he has a dream about the failed communist revolution in space, and it's all good. And true. The end. Yay! We got through it. Okay, and the latter half of the stream actually worked a bit better too, which was nice. Yeah, that's the end of their Adventures in Mars. It was a silly movie. Again, I think I would have liked it more if there was more space stuff, not just like they go to space right at the end and then they tell you, no, it's all just a dream anyway. It was that guy's final fantasy. So true. I think I like the other one a bit better. Just because they were actually like in space and it was real. There's still some cool stuff in that movie. I like the sets and costumes. They were silly and wacky and fun. But yeah, I guess the lesson here is shoot at your wife, and as long as you have a dream about it and feel bad about it, it's chill. Yay! Alright, well, that's movie night. I'm back, streaming again. Hopefully I'll be chill to stream next week. No issues with the frames or any other pains or aches or illnesses or whatever happening to me. Yeah, we'll return with Banjo-Kazooie on Tuesday, and the schedule will return as normal. Thank you all so much for joining me for Public Domain Movie Night, even if it was a bit scuffed. Appreciate having you all here. Definitely check out that video you sent me, Allie. Yeah, thank you all so much, and bye.